It's my pleasure to invite our International Iiwp President, Mrs. K. Morland, to proceed with the keynote address.
Thank you. And thank you, everybody, for all your kind words. Special thank you to my friend, President Giotti, for inviting me to be part of this what amounts to be an Iiwp Day celebration webinar. As members across the world celebrate Iiwp Day, we are prompted to reflect on our Iiwp bonds. These bonds of friendship that transcend clubs, districts, and countries and bind us together in friendship and service. Collaboration and partnership is the key to our success, and by working together, sharing our resources and expertise, we increase opportunities to promote our Iiwp brand and expand our impact on the world we live in. I encourage every member to embrace our Iiwp theme, step up and lead by example, with passion and purpose, to let it guide your actions and decisions as you take part in the work of your clubs and districts. Together, we can achieve extraordinary things. Our current international social project, Reach and Inspire for a Better World, encourages us to reach out to others by extending a hand of understanding, empathy, and support. It's about connecting with people from all walks of life, about bridging gaps and fostering a sense of unity. When we engage in community service activities, it is essential that we proudly display our Iiwp emblem. Our words and actions have the potential to uplift spirits, encourage growth, and empower others. And displaying the Iiwp emblem identifies us as members of a unique organisation that cares and supports those less fortunate than us, those in need. When we see a white flag with a red cross on it, we all know that it represents Red Cross, an international organisation that helps people when they need it most. Wouldn't it be wonderful if people all over the world could look at our Iiwp emblem and instantly think, I know that logo. I've seen it before. That logo represents women of action, women who care, women who make a difference. I challenge you all to make that happen. Every time you hold an Iiwp function, every time you take part in a service project, every opportunity you have, display our Iiwp logo and tell anybody who will listen about our amazing organisation. Iiwp is not a wonderful and very special secret. The satisfaction and friendships we get from Iiwp are powerful gifts which we can share with the world. I encourage each of you to step up, to be the one to make this happen. In line with this year's International Iiwp theme, Step Up and Lead by Example, I'd like to take this opportunity to talk about leadership and what it means to be a leader. If we take a look at what leadership is, or rather what leadership can be, we find that leadership can be many things. It can be the ability to influence, guide, and motivate a group of people to achieve a common goal by setting direction and encouraging commitment by getting the team involved. Leadership includes behaviour and communication. It involves encouraging collaboration and empowering others to reach their full potential. The very word leader tells us that this is the person who shows the way, the person who steps up, who sets the example for others to follow. A leader is not necessarily someone in a position of authority. Leadership is a skill which can be developed. Among the many qualities of a good leader are integrity and trustworthiness, leading by example and being a reliable source of guidance and support, as well as empathy and listening, paying attention to team members and understanding their point of view. When you think about it, leadership is a fundamental aspect of society and is required in many settings outside of the formal positions like the political or corporate worlds. In general, guiding and influencing others towards a common vision or goal is called leadership. Leadership, therefore, is a dynamic process that requires effective communication, empathy, and the ability to motivate others to succeed. There are many different types of leaders. All of us, all Iiwp members are leaders, but what type of leader are you? A coaching leader who serves as a mentor and guide, who listens to the concerns and aspirations of their team members and provides constructive feedback and support, encourages individual growth, and assists team members to overcome challenges. Are you perhaps a service-based leader who prioritises their team's needs and well-being and creates a supportive environment in which team members feel valued and appreciated? This type of leader focuses on developing their team's skills and talents, fostering a culture of collaboration and service to achieve collective goals. Or maybe you're a democratic leader, a leader who values their team members' opinions, who involves team members in decision-making and seeks their ideas and perspectives, instilling a sense of ownership and participation. Perhaps you're a transformational leader who inspires and motivates their team through their charismatic personality and compelling vision. They promote personal growth, build on the strengths of their team members, which can lead to creative and can stimulate positive change by fostering a shared sense of purpose. I believe all of these leadership types have a position in Iiwp. History shows us that Mahatma Gandhi and Martin Luther King were inspiring leaders, leaders to be admired. However, there are other not so admirable leadership styles. An autocratic leader who wields power and control, making unilateral decisions and expecting their team members to follow them. Or a transactional leader who focuses on the exchange of performance-based rewards and punishments. With rewards for meeting targets and penalties for failing to meet them. We all know that these leadership types have no place in Iiwp. So what type of leader should we be? What type of leader do you want to be? When you are made a leader, you are not given a crown. You are given the responsibility to bring out the best in others. A good leader leads within Iiwp by guiding and supporting office bearers and members of their clubs, their districts, or in the case of national governing body members, by supporting members of their country. But Iiwp leaders, in fact all Iiwp members, have many opportunities to lead outside of Iiwp by setting an example, creating an image and a reputation for Iiwp with the service they undertake, and the community support displayed as they contribute to the well-being of others. Leadership is not about being a star. It's about being the guiding light and lighting the way for others to follow. And the opportunity to lead is not only within the realms of service, but there are many, many opportunities to lead by example with our behaviour. By the smile you give, the kind word you say, the way you pick up something that somebody dropped and hand it back to them with a smile. By saying, "Hello, how are you?" or "Have a good day" to a complete stranger who walks on wondering if they know you from somewhere. Simple gestures of kindness like these can create ripples of joy. Let's not just be here simply taking up space. Let's be here to inspire, to lead by example, and leave a legacy of kindness. In all our actions, let's set the example for others to follow. You may not always see it, but your behaviour can have an impact far beyond what you know. Perhaps somewhere, someone still smiles at a memory you created together, still feels comforted by a kindness you once showed, or still finds courage in the words that you spoke. Maybe someone hums a song that reminds them of you, sees beauty in the world because you pointed it out, and carries your wisdom in their heart. It's possible that someone stands a little taller because you believed in them, walks a little lighter because you were there, and dreams bigger because you told them that they could. Our actions have the potential to matter more than we realise, So I encourage you to be the leader who shows the way, the leader who in all things sets the example for others to follow. In closing, I'm going to read you something that I saw months ago, but this really spoke to me, and it goes like this. As the world fights to figure everything out, I'll be holding doors for strangers, letting people cut in front of me in traffic, saying good morning, keeping babies entertained in grocery lines, stopping to talk to someone who looks lonely, being patient with the sales clerk, smiling at a passerby. Why? Because I will not stand idly by and live in a world where love is invisible. So join me in showing kindness, understanding, and judging less. Be kind to strangers. Be kind to friends who are having a bad day. Be forgiving of yourself. Today and every day, be the change, be the light. Start today and never stop. To the wonderful and inspiring women here today who have stepped up into roles within Iiwp and are leading by example, the women who continue to guide and support others, both within Iiwp and within their communities at large, I thank you for your part in raising awareness, promoting the Iiwp brand, and increasing the significance of our wonderful organisation. Finally, I encourage you all at every opportunity to continue to step up and lead by example. Thank you.